Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Silver Surfer Black, issue number 5 of 5. Oh, we're wrapping it up, but I'm going to tell you 5 things about this comic book before we go, after we talk about who made it. So, we've got Black, part 5 of 5. I mentioned that. Donny Cates is the story and script, and the story and art is by Tradd Moore. Dave Stewart does the colors, VC's Clayton Cowles on letters, Tradd Moore and Felipe Sobrero do the cover, and David Nakayama does the Mary Jane variant cover. Who is it? Cian Torme and Federico Blee does another variant cover, and Ron Lim and Mike Spicer does yet another variant cover. So we're going to talk about Stan Lee and Jack Kirby creating the character, and then we're going to talk about number 1 on this list. It seems like it took forever to get there. Tradd Moore. Dude, I know there's a lot of people complaining about Tradd Moore's art. That's cool, man, but try and also remember we're in an entirely different dimension inside of a black hole. That's it's kind of cool. I'm just saying. So this particular art style, I think it works freaking perfectly for this particular comic book. Let's go ahead and get right into talking about number 2 on this list, and that is Silver Surfer Unleashed. Yeah, Silver Surfer going head to head with Null, and I'm thinking to myself, Surfer really shouldn't have a chance, should he? But I mean, like, he is after all a Silver Surfer. What's Silver Surfer's power level? I don't know. How powerful do you need him to be? Because that's usually his power level. So when he went head to head, I was pretty impressed. Okay, he had, like, it cost him a lot. We're not entirely sure what that cost is, but we'll explore that a little bit more as we continue on with the Silver Surfer adventures. Anyway, let's talk about number 3 on this list, and that is, did he just plant Zen-La? See, I'm not entirely sure what I just saw here, and a lot of times Donny Cates will leave the visuals to tell the story only, and he won't actually explain it through words. That was most evident during the final issue of The Death of the Inhumans. I'm like, dude, who lived, who died? What the hell just happened here? It was left to the art, and sometimes maybe be a little bit more descriptive. I don't know exactly what it is, but if I can't see what's going on by the art, when that's what you want me to do, somebody somewhere messed up, and I'm usually not going to blame the artist. Not usually going to blame anybody. I'm sure as hell not going to blame the artist for that. Anyhow, let's talk about number 4 on this list. And that is, we got a new status quo for the Silver Surfer. How long will this last? How long did the freaking Life Giver last for Galactus, right? But it's interesting. It's something new. That's the thing. A lot of people always like, oh no, it's the same old story, same old this, same old that. Okay, we're going to change something up. How can you don't even know who the Silver Surfer is, man. How can you change the Silver Surfer? Dude, seriously, you need a timeout. You need a timeout. So I'm happy to see this, because this actually looks like it could be interesting. Brand new story, brand new storytelling. Finally, let's talk about number 5 on this list, and that is, sorry, this is going to be mean, but this could have been 3 issues shorter. We could have told this whole story in like 2 issues, man. Maybe 3. But at the end of the day, it did not need to be 5 freaking issues. I mean, there were 2 issues minimum in this comic series, this miniature limited series, where I'm just like, dude, why did you need this issue out? Maybe they're going to explain it later. Nah. I don't know what it is. I don't know if Cates was mandated, hey, you have to put it, 5 or 6 issues. You got to do it because we got to fill up a trade paperback. I know that happens a lot. It mostly seems to happen with Marvel. Marvel goes crazy throwing out those trades, right? So, with that being the case, maybe that was probably it. I'm not sitting here laying any blame on anybody, but if I'm going to lay blame on somebody, it's definitely going to be the freaking Disney Corporation and Marvel trying to make a buck when there's not a buck there. Anyway, this was enjoyable. I think it ended on a pretty decent note. Again, left a little bit too much to the storytelling to the art, and if the art isn't conveying it, we got to go back and blame the writer, because that's just not cool. Loves me some Donny Cates, but sometimes dude's got to see what a finished product looks, and maybe check to see if a couple extra words shouldn't be thrown in there just for the sake of conversation. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.